Africa. And we did, and he would write back. In the beginning, I still have one or two. He wrote his own handwriting and put all the letters. And when the package would come, we'd all wait and they'd hand out the letter to each one. And then I remember it got a little later, and I think he wrote us and said it was so many he couldn't do by hand. He had a secretary and was dictating, so it wouldn't be, I mean, for him to almost apologize for not giving us in his own, but explaining why the letters weren't in his own handwriting anymore, but he always signed them. This is one I want to share. My dear Mother Indrani, please accept my blessings. All glories to His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, my spiritual master. Thank you for your 2 letters of November 16th and 18th. Yes, it is emphatic that Krishna responds to our greatest desires. So we must be careful about what we desire. And we must also understand 2 things. The desires are honored at Krishna's own time and his own way. You mentioned about some of the children acting rather demonically at times. I was not all our children, but here I am, Grandma, you know, and I see kids running around, but they weren't that bad. But I was working at a school, too, with children in Washington, D.C., and I must have mentioned it, because I just poured my heart out to him when I wrote. And he said, unfortunately, some of them have been brought into this world under most sinful conditions. They are starting off somewhat demonically, but it is the duty of the devotees to make the unfortunate fortunate. But obviously, it's going to be done if only someone is somewhat willing to receive help. These days, there are some problems because people, adult and children, are not eager to receive help. Please do not get upset, as sometimes your learning does not seem to progress as fast as you would like. I'm thankful for that reminder, because I'm still crying out for what I'm learning. To feel this way is good, because we should always try to understand more. But realize one of the things that happens to everyone in devotional service is that Krishna makes you feel that you don't know hardly anything, doesn't it? As this humbles us, makes us more desperate, makes us feel somewhat empty, so that Krishna and his agents can later fill us up very nicely. Encouraging. Therefore, realize what you are going through is all good and very natural. As I said some time ago, I have a lot of plans for you in the future. I'm not talking about the far future. I feel Krishna had sent you to me to be one of my chief spokespersons. And then he says, congratulations, as you are such a young girl of only 65 years old. Happy belated appearance day. And a few more words. And he closes it. I will be back in a short time after you receive this letter. I should be arriving in Washington before the month of January is out. Most likely I would be leaving Africa around the 20th of January. So there may be time for you and others to write me once more. Once more in Africa before I return. Keep working hard. Keep being compassionate. Always know that you are loved. I remain as always your selfless love. Hare Krishna, Swami Krishnapad. And this was 1991, December 30th.